He lost the focus, we didn't know. We all know that people can get complacent every time. But I think it was good for him that he lost. To me, not personally. Because the word has been crazy about he's never lost. If he loses, what's going to happen? Don't you talk about the fight of redemption? Now, if he loses this, what happens next? That's the big question that nobody's going to address now until after this. Because Anthony Joshua is in a difficult position now. What happens if I lose this? What happened? Where did I lose? He got himself boxed into two. One musician said, when you're having a race, the second man has more problem. You want to meet the first man, and you're also worried of the third man coming behind you. So that's the position he is now. Anthony spoke of a mental block. If he has to block those things away, I expect them to take away newspaper for him because that's the psychological aspect of it. Technically, we know it's good technically. We know he has the range, he has the reach. What mode will it take? Absorb punches, drag him near and look for a way out, or stretch him? To me, I want to believe that he wants to stretch Junior. Because Junior has a weight. That has an advantage, that has disadvantage. How much is being a man of that caliber is able to size is going to go in terms of you also mentioned technically something that he has invited somebody of that range. Before Joshua boxes at this height.
Yeah.
That was the everybody boxed that is at that height. Now he has to box this way now. Maybe that could be part of the technical where there's somebody now who could target different aspect of him now. That was new to him. Now he saw what it is. Now he has invited such a person into the training regime to now see when it goes this way, this is what I go. These are all technical issues. But more importantly is that he must avoid punches.
Well, just like you see, every boxer in heavyweight, you're one punch away from defeat. So, and if you're careless about your punches and then you're careless about your defense, you get once you get caught, you're going down. Irrespective of whoever you are. So, and I think that happened to him in the last fight. He was a little bit careless after the knockdown, so he now continued, trying to finish the fight. So, and got himself opened up, and then all it took for Ruiz was one punch that landed, and Joshua never recovered from that. So, he now has said to himself, okay, what did I miss in the last fight? And that is why he made all those changes from his sparring partners that he changed to a shot up of the same height, to where his training regime is and how many hours he has spent in the gym, of how to lose weight, to give him a little bit light, to be lighter on his feet, so that he can move around, to see, because Ruiz is going to follow him throughout in the ring. Yeah. So he needs to dance away out of the ring, out of his weight. And by so doing, because if you're chasing somebody, the man you're chasing is not getting tired. You're the one that is behind getting tired because you're the one chasing. Yes. So, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to let Ruiz chase him around the pitch, and then he now will wait for the openings. One or two jabs, he moves away. One or two jabs, he moves away. That will be tiring him. But if he wants to have a close combat with Ruiz, he has a fast hand. Yes. He's very fast with his hands. So, and that is the danger for Anthony Joshua. So you must avoid that, and then bring him to where he cannot be. He now takes time to throw his punches, and then once the punches is coming, the opening, the one's hand goes slow, the opening comes in, and then you can now land the punch.
Okay. Before another question I would like to put on the table is why Saudi Arabia? But you will answer that only if we go to speak to the sister of Anthony Joshua, who have been pouring out what she, let me allow her actually say it in her own way. Let's quickly listen to Anthony Joshua's sister all about tonight's what she truly feel in her heart. We'll get to return. Stay with me.
That God decided to place you here on earth to fulfill a huge, a massive purpose and a massive calling. Anthony, you're such a star. You truly are a shining star here on earth. You've brought so much warmth, so much encouragement, and so much promise to a world, to a generation that was hopeless. You've been my point of contact, you've been my encouragement when moments in my life had seemed dim. Now here's a little message for you from me, Big Sis. I've taken it from the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8 and 9, and it reads, "This book of law will not depart out of your mouth, but you will meditate on it day and night, so that you may observe to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have success." Verse 9. "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and be courageous. Do not be afraid or do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." And verse 10 says, "Then Joshua commanded the officers of his people, saying, Pass through the camp, and command the people, saying, Prepare provisions for yourself, for within 3 days you will pass over the Jordan to go into the possession of the land your God has given to you to possess. And so shall it be for you, Anthony Joshua, in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, and in the name of the Holy Spirit."
Joshua. You see the detail there? Fighting in Saudi Arabia is be a Holy Spirit.
you know, see, our sisters and mothers knows where it really borders now. You see, they have their own passion, and she has got religion in tonight's boxing.
Yeah, she's looking for divine intervention, which is something. After you finished all your preparations, all your.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Diriyah, Saudi Arabia, live on Sky.
5 hours in the gym, everything. You still look for that one extra thing, which is that divine intervention. That God give me a good day, because if he has a good day, he would.
Entertainment. Your title sponsor is Public Investment Fund and JD Sports. Your timekeeper for this company.
Come home with victory, but if you don't, it sways to the other side.
Yeah, but that's our belief. That's our belief. It's subject to their way. I don't know if Ruiz believes in that. He believes in ability, and maybe it's right. Maybe it's not. It's not wrong. Our belief from where we are from our background is the fact that we still look for that divine intervention. We look forward to it. Everybody has prayed before they left home this morning. So many people don't pray. They don't care about prayers. They don't believe in that. It was a person. So that is our own belief, and that's what. And sometimes it works. Most time it works because it is what you believe in. They say the power of thinking is what you think most that sometimes happens to you. That's the way we are.
Good.
But Junior may not believe in that.
Good. Let's talk about Saudi Arabia. I mean, we've seen them go to America, and now they're heading to Saudi Arabia. Why Saudi Arabia?
Everything about sports now is all about money. And then the big boys now are coming into the table. Because if you look at sports, boxing, all of a sudden, was on the background.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden we didn't have.
Was the #1 ranked middleweight. His professional record now stands perfect.
20 years, space of years now, maybe 2 or 3 years now. It's come back again as a heavy regeneration. So obviously, people will want to cash into that. And most countries who have the wealth to spend will want to use that as a publicity stunt for themselves. And that also brings in tourism and every other thing that you can think of for a country. So with Saudi is not only hosting the competition for just hosting sake. They are hosting it also for publicity's sake.
And we have to say that, just to add why I'm not trying to cut you off. The beauty we saw in what we saw this evening at the start of the show. I mean, the producer can take us back to those beautiful, roadscape. They have really made, apart from that, this event.
You've not seen anything.
Apart from this event, has even cleaned up Saudi Arabia more. Saudi Arabia is beautiful. Our cameras have been there. It's a ghost to see.
You've not seen anything.
First time I've witnessed how the country is. It is a very, very beautiful country. They have the oil, they have the wealth, they have everything, and they have put it into good use in developing their country. If you go to Saudi, you will not believe your eyes. But you would think it is always a Muslim country. It's not that. No, but it's a beautiful place. So, and this is an opportunity for them to showcase how the country is. So, and they are showcasing it, and they are proud of it because they have the money. Come to our country. We will show you how our country is. We will give you what you want over there, outside. If you want it, we'll bring it inside here. And that's what is happening. So, and kudos to them, kudos to the government for making sure that this happens for them. Because it's not easy. They are not the only country that would have been bidding for this. There would have been a lot of other countries that would have bidding for this. And then before the organizers of this match now will say, okay, no, we're taking it to Saudi.
Live pictures coming all the way from Saudi Arabia. Indeed, the fight is clustering up, the die is cast, and of course, tell you, plenty people have plenty to say in this fight. Without wasting time, let's hear exactly what plenty of people are saying about this fight. Who will truly win? I mean, we have graphics of what people have said and who they think will win. But now, let's speak to some individuals and see what they think about this fight and where they think, the bout will be lying. We'll take this and we'll return on AFC Sports.
Junior Witter, former WBC world champion. The big one, AJ Ruiz.
And it's over. That's it. And we're getting used to seeing Pacheco stopping the night early with knockouts. This young man.
The rematch. I've got to think that AJ is going to come out and try to be on his toes, be moving around the ring. Ruiz is going to be stalking him. AJ is going to put a few rounds in the bag, be up on all the cards, and then he's going to get caught again. Around about 8-9, I think he's just going to start to run out of gas, get caught. And it's just a case of if Ruiz can at that point apply enough pressure and finish him. My money is on Ruiz stopping him, but if it gets to the point, AJ is definitely going to get the win.
Hey guys, Rashad Mahdi here, aka the Albanian Bear. My predictions this Saturday in Saudi Arabia, Anthony Joshua, Andrew Ruiz. I have Anthony Joshua winning in 7 rounds or less via knockout.
What's happening is Tyrone McKenna here, just giving a prediction for Ruiz, Joshua, take 2. I believe that Ruiz is a lot better than people think, and watching the first one, I think it's just going to be more of the same, where he's going to be throwing a lot of punches, a lot of fast combinations, and it's going to trouble Joshua from the very start. I think Joshua might hurt him. He might get him out in the first 4 rounds, but he doesn't get him out in the first 4 rounds. I believe the same thing's going to happen. I'd love to be proved wrong, but we'll see.
Hi, this is Richard Towers here. My prediction for the Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua fight number 2 is that Andy Ruiz will walk him down behind a tight guard, solid defence. Eventually he'll get to Anthony Joshua, letting those hands go, because one thing Andy Ruiz has got is those hands, and one thing that Joshua needs to have is a very elusive defence, which I don't think in the short period of time that he's had to prepare he'll have developed enough to deal with Andy Ruiz. I hope I'm wrong. It'd be good for British boxing if Anthony Joshua does win, but I just can't see it, not at this point. But good luck to both men. Richard Towers.
Hi, I'm Sophie Alush, professional boxer from Team Sauerland. I'm with Anthony Joshua.
My opinion on the Ruiz-Joshua 2 fight is, I personally think that Joshua will get the job done within 6 rounds this time. I think once he gets Ruiz hurt, he won't go guns blazing like he did in the first fight, and he'll finish the job in good fashion as well.
Hi guys, Kevin Black from the Jogger here. Just want to give you a quick prediction on the Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz rematch. I predict that Joshua will win either a late stoppage or wait on points. I think he's going to learn from a mistake and become world champion again.
Yo creo que mi predicción para Andy Ruiz y Joshua, pues yo pienso que en mi punto de vista estoy con el mexicano, creo que se le va a acomodar el estilo de Joshua. Andy Ruiz es un peleador, se ha demostrado que ha mejorado y creo que trae mucha hambre todavía de ganar, y creo que lo que va a pasar en la pelea es algo parecido a lo que pasó en la primera pelea. Vamos a ver qué tal sale Joshua ahora, pero estoy con Andy Ruiz. Su amigo Lindolfo, saludos.
My predictions for the Joshua and Ruiz fight. I think Ruiz has the big man's number, but could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong and hope them belts come back to Britain.
Josh Denzel out in Saudi. My prediction: AJ Ruiz 2. Do you know what, AJ? I'm with you, bro. I think you're gonna box like you did Parker and listen, stiff jab in his face until the late rounds and just win it comfortably on points.
And for my prediction for this fight would be Joshua, maybe points or maybe late stoppage.
If Joshua comes out and he is more aggressive, I think he will end the fight early. But if he comes out with the same tactics as he did last time, I definitely say Ruiz is going to win. So I think it all depends on which attitude Joshua decides to bring to the ring on the night.
The way I see it, Andy Ruiz Jr. can make more mistakes and win the fight than Anthony Joshua can. Having said that, I think he's going to execute the game plan. I think he's going to be 100% focused, and I think we're going to see the best of him. And I'm positive he can get the win. Come on, mate.
Ruiz and AJ2, it's going to be a good fight, man. I think AJ really been working hard. That loss really, it hit home for him, you know what I mean? It opened his eyes up. He lost a lot of the muscle weight. He been working on being sharp. And then we also know Ruiz is a hellified puncher. He's a good fighter. I like Ruiz. I like him. How I see this fight going, I think it's 50-50. I think Ruiz, he wants it more. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, him gaining that title, them titles and winning that fight, I actually think that lit a whole nother fire under him. And I don't know, it's a good fight. I think Ruiz gonna pull it off though. I think he's gonna pull it off. If AJ box, he'd be fine, but I think Ruiz gonna pull it off.
This is Blair the Flair, the most exciting man in boxing. My prediction for the Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua fight is Andy Ruiz coming out with a victorious knockout on the 9th round. Nobody does it better than Blair the Flair. Woo!
I'm going for a late knockout for Joshua. I think if he's smart and he boxes from the center of the ring and he keeps Ruiz at bay and just punches as he comes, then I think he'll get the knockout. But if he lets Ruiz get too close to him and smother his work, then obviously he'll favour Ruiz more. But I think Joshua's going to be a lot smarter and box from the centre and will get the knockout eventually.
Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz 2. Who do I have in this one? I'm going to have to go with Andy again. I don't know. I honestly think he's going to pull it off again. Anthony Joshua, this last fight, didn't show any confidence, not wanting to continue in the fight, so they stopped it. I feel like it's going to go the same way. Maybe 5th or 6th round, not sure when, but I see Andy Ruiz pulling that win. I really do.
You have been watching a Boxing King media presentation. Please subscribe and follow.
Indeed, that's how it is. So much to truly take in. And we're wrapping up the show, time not on our side, and so we allow you to have a feel of what it could produce. But we can't leave without telling Antonio and of course Idris what they really think about it. Idris, plenty of people have predicted, even the big boys, big guns in the heavyweight category and all of that have also predicted and said where they think is going to go. What are your own predictions? I mean, I want to hear the round from you guys.
I think with this fight, Anthony should just stretch the fight beyond 9th round, and anything beyond 9th round, he's going to win. So, and he needs to stay away from Andy because of if he has a close contact with him, the fight might not last that long. So he needs to stretch the fight, and I believe that if he gets to the 9th round, Anthony will win.
I go to the same thing. I don't know how much training is done now in taking punches. I don't know him to do that before, and that was evident in the first match. This guy will want to go for early because it is in his thinking now, if I'm right, is that the pressure is on Tony. He wants to quickly do that. If Anthony could avoid him, dance around him, take him stretch a little bit, he will lose the strength. Then the Anthony will know in boxing will come out and just take him out.
Guys, it's time for us to join them in Saudi Arabia and perhaps take a full bite of what truly should be. But I can't do that without saying a very big thank you to Idris and of course Anthony. I hope we sleep well tonight after this bout. It's going to be probably Anthony, Joshua, or it's going to be Ruiz, whichever one it is. Guys,
I hope my story is right.
what did your story say?
No, let's leave it like that.
Let the better fighter win. But if you know too well, our hearts are with our own Anthony Joshua. Have a good night. Play.
It's done.
My trap say you don't.
Everybody in London, have you heard that Heritage Television has come up with something new? All your functions and celebrations can now be multi-camera live stream. That was only reserved for the rich and famous. Having a function in London can be viewed clean and clear immediately from any part of the world. Trust Heritage TV to give you a better reach. Heritage Television also does photography that will make you the envy of all your friends and family. Heritage Television is the best. All your functions like birthdays, funerals, weddings, church anniversaries or harvest. Heritage Television is the master. We are in the heart of London with an ultra-modern equipped studio. You can call us on 020 800 46100 or email us info@heritagetv.co.uk or mobile 0734 1234 560. Heritage Television will do you proud.